Hey guys, what's going on? It's Cooking with Ralf time. Today we're going to do something called Easy Jambalaya. It's a recipe. Like I said with all my recipes, I see them online, anywhere. I just decided to do them. You know, I don't know how to cook, so we're going to learn together like we always do. Alright, so for this recipe, it's a little complicated, but it's not that bad at the same time. You got your extra virgin olive oil. We're going to add this to our pan. I've already heated up, so we just got to add it. Now you're going to add it to the pan. I don't know if you can see this until it coats the pan. Just enough so it coats the pan, as you can see. I'm going to give you a little... See, it's coating the pan. It's a little bit of everywhere. Next thing is you're going to let this sit for like a couple seconds just so it gets a little hot. Mine's already preheated. Yours might have to get hot in the process. Chicken. They recommend about 3 chicken breasts. I probably used about 4, but we're also feeding like 3 people. You know, if it's just you, use like 2. So, we're gonna add the chicken. Make sure the chicken is like spread even throughout the pan, just like that, so it can simmer at the bottom just for a couple seconds, nothing special. Then while that's sitting there, and as for the heat, you make sure the heat's at a decent temp. While that's sitting in there, sausage, I believe this is called andouille sausage. Andouille sausage. I've never had andouille sausage, but this supposedly is supposed to be really good for it. So we're gonna try that. And here comes the andouille sausage. Let me just show you guys. Andouille sits down there. Alright, the next thing is here we have the garlic and peppers, but before we add that, we're going to do the salt and pepper. So I'm going to add some pepper. Try to get that even spread. Then we got the salt. And then after you get your salt, we're going to stir. So you got all your seasonings in there. You got your sausage and your chicken cooking. Pretty simple so far. That's what it's going to look like. All that seasoning and spice on there. Next thing, I want you guys to take a good look at this. We have garlic here, jalapenos here, okay? 1 jalapeno pepper. I used about 5 pieces of garlic. I like garlic a lot. You don't have to use that much garlic. Use like 3 or 2. That's just what I chose to do, but use 1 jalapeno pepper. I just want to show you guys that again. Chop it up finely. We're going to throw that in there. We're going to stir again because it's a lot of flavor. You don't want this bunched up. So we're going to take this. We're going to stir some more. This is the one you want to make sure is stirred pretty well. You want everything to be like a little mixture in there. Alright, now we're going to add our 3 bowls. Okay? Onion. White onion. Just so in case you guys are wondering, I know you can see it's white onion, but just in case, white onion. I'd say you'd probably use about a whole onion. In case you guys are wondering, 1 whole onion. So we're going to put that in there. We have peppers. Probably about 3 peppers. And then this is celery. 2 stalks of celery. So remember that. 1 whole onion, 3 peppers, 2 stalks of celery. And we're going to put all of this in there, and then we're going to stir. My favorite part. Because I get to smell how awesome this is going to be. That smells so good, it's ridiculous, and it's nowhere near done. I just want you guys to really see, if you look real close in here again, just see how it's getting all nice and mixed up. You know, stirring is like the most important part of this. You really want to make sure everything's blending in. And then, now we're going to start adding some broth to it. Chicken broth, about 3 cups worth. So I'm going to use 2 of these, should be about 3 cups worth. So here comes the first one. Here comes the next one. And when these are done, I'll put these over here. We're going to add the tomato sauce. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, it requires like 14 ounces. We got the big boy. So if you get one of these big ones, do about a little more than half. Because this is, I believe, is 24 ounces. So right about there. A little more than half. Alright, the next thing we're going to add to this, rice. It requires, I'd say, about 2 cups of rice. Like I said, we're feeding more people. I'm going to use the whole box of rice. And to each his own with the rice, really. When you're making jambalaya, it's, you know, light on the rice. This will end up being light on the rice because we have so many ingredients. Alright, the next thing, we're going to add a little bit of basil. Okay? Or bay leaf. I'm sorry, I said basil. Bay leaf. Don't crucify me at YouTube. And let me tell you something. We're going to put the bay leaf in. When the food is done, you're going to look for that bay leaf and you're going to pick it right out because it's not very good to eat. I mean, it's more for flavor, you know. I'm sure you could eat it, but we're just going to put 1 in there. I got big old sausage fingers, but we're going to get it. It's fun to watch me fish for stuff. This is a bay leaf. Something simple. Doesn't have to be anything high class. Boop. A bay leaf's in there now. Okay. The next thing we're going to add is the spice. It's crushed red pepper. I'm telling you, I'm not even joking. Just like bam, bam with that crushed red pepper. You will taste it, I promise. The next thing, garlic powder. I love garlic in everything I do. I'm a garlic maniac. So, just that much garlic. Oregano. Very crucial to this meal, oregano. You just give a little sprinkle around. And that should be it right there for oregano. Alright. Paprika. Now, paprika, you don't really add like a ton of paprika. That's about as much as you want. Maybe just a little splash. But you don't add a ton of paprika at all. Next thing, we got the cayenne pepper. Now, when you have the cayenne pepper, I'm not even kidding. This thing will burn your lips. Do boom, boom, no more cayenne pepper. We're going to go bam, bam, just a little more. That's all the cayenne pepper you need. And then finally, we got thyme. And we just add a little bit of this. Like that. You can normally get that anywhere. And then we're going to like stir everything. Gotta really get in there. You can hear everything mixing together. I want you guys to see the end result. I'm going to just start a little bit longer. Really want you guys to see it. That's what we got so far. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a lid on it. And we're going to let it simmer for about 30 minutes. This is really important. And now, let me tell you, as we let it simmer for 30 minutes, I want you guys to know that on occasion, lift this bad boy up and stir. You don't want your rice to burn. That's like the most important part, just occasionally pop it open, give it a stir. But you keep the lid on at all times at the same time. Like, I'd say every 15 minutes or so, stir. So, while this is simmering, we're going to do a second video when it's more done, and then we're going to show you what else to do afterwards. So, yeah, literally, I will see you guys in about 30 minutes or so.